Obesity is one of the most prevalent and important health problems in America.
If you are what you eat.
There are far more people now who are classified in the obesity range than there are who are classified in the normal weight range.
Then the average American is a greasy 2-pound cheeseburger topped with bacon and served with a side of French fries.
Obesity is associated with more than 60 different diseases, including diabetes and heart disease and numerous others.
However, this phenomenon is bloating more than our waistlines. It's also weighing down our economy. So let's take a look at the numbers. According to the Center for Disease Control, the U.S. spends some $147 billion each year on obesity-related medical expenses like type 2 diabetes and heart attacks. Obese men rack up an extra $1,100 in medical expenses each year. Meanwhile, obese women account for $3,600 in medical expenses per year. And that number is expected to swell over the next decade. But it's not just the healthcare system that's affected.
Given the average change in weight among people in the United States, that actually leads to a change in the weight at which airplanes fly. And that requires more fuel, and you can actually calculate that out.
Fuel is one of the growing costs for airline industries, and heavier passengers contribute to that. So if obesity can affect something like ticket prices, what else can it affect? Obese men take 6 more sick days a year in the workplace, and obese women take 9 additional days. And it turns out that being present at work can be just as detrimental.
It can also lead to more presenteeism, which is a concept that economists have been measuring for the past decade or so. It's that idea that you can be in the workplace, but you're not fully productive on a given day.
The average estimated cost of lost productivity due to obesity, nearly $17,000 per employee per year. All of the money spent on obese Americans has to end up somewhere. The food industry benefits, but it certainly isn't alone.
Certainly there are people who have had to develop new sizes of furniture, and there's an industry there. People have had to develop new sizes for a whole variety of things.
Also earning big bucks, farms. Because government subsidies often go to farms that provide the grains and corn used in junk food, it might be a national benefit
to reduce some of the subsidies that exist and to let farmers who produce any type of product basically play on a level playing field and let the market decide which foods should be emphasized or not emphasized based on consumer demands and the cost of production.
Meaning that if junk food wasn't as cheap, people would likely choose healthier options. Perhaps the only problem that's bigger than the obesity epidemic in the U.S. is trying to find a solution that doesn't infringe on Americans' rights to pick what's on their plate. It's a delicate balance, but the fact is that the financial stability of this country could come down to the tip of a scale. In Washington, Megan Lopez, RT.